Good evening. Welcome to This Hour Has 22 Minutes New Year's Special, celebrating the year that was 1998.
It was a year of stories that made us cry.
Stories that made us laugh.
And a pill that made us hurt.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Saharo's physical security was not an issue, and that potential embarrassment was.
Come in, please. For me, Pepper, I put it on my plate. I just want the people to let King Quarry do his work.
Bullshit.
I went up there, and you know who's in charge of the police? He's the guy who takes the fall for this. Huey? No. Patience.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Terry Malevsky, CBC News, Vancouver.
I was caught by surprise. I had no idea.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Lined up, you have to be like a baseball bat.
Let the commission do their work.
Sergeant Stewart? Sergeant, no.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Shifter. But remember the old days, Sheila, you were up and over the desk, and you know what I mean? We miss it. We need a crowd of women like you. You should be leading the charge into the third millennium.
Now, I keep my sword sheathed in public, but it is certainly there in private.
There he is, the man who would be king, Paul Martin Jr. How's the balls of your feet? My God, you're looking great. Prime Minister Mark Delahunty, Princess Warrior. Listen, have you got, don't go get mad at me now or don't stick the cops on me or anything, but have you got any New Year's Eve resolutions that you want to share, like, I'm going to normal up and behave like a liberal Prime Minister or anything like that?
I will not be on your program next year.
Oh, Mr. Chrétien, no, I'm coming with you.
And now a message from the great outdoors with This Hour Has 22-minute correspondent Joe Crow.
Phew. Now it all comes back to me, said the skunk when the wind changed. Oh boy, let me see these. Tofu wieners, eh? They should call them memories of Sudbury. Whoa. I'm just trying to do the right thing, eh? I'd love to tuck into a feed of seal flippers or a deer steak with chanterelle gravy. But these days, meat is so laden with MSG and PCB, it's too much for my tender palate. Hey, I thought I had a pack of Twizzlers here. Oh well, I know what you're thinking, but Joey, isn't the gas created by vegetarian diets adding to global warming by sawing a hole right through the ozone? Good point. And I guess a lot of people must have switched to soy last year because, whoa, was it hot last year or was it just us? 1998 was the hottest year on record. And Lucinda Williams, Car Wheels on the Gravel Road, that was the hottest record, incidentally. But I digress. Global warming is good news, I guess, for those of us who live outside. Not the wily beaver or the critical moose, but homeless humans. I guess a rise in temperature of about 5 degrees is great for them. They start thinking about putting a deck on the fridge box. Unfortunately, homelessness is at an all-time high in Canada, but our leader, side of his mouth, cares more about the exploding Canada goose population. Well, I'll tell you what to do with your excess of Canada goose. Bang, bang, baby. Feed them to the homeless, eh, with raisin sauce, before those Greenpeace people are all over it like a dirty shirt. Y2K is coming, baby. Time for everyone to take a Concorde back to reality. These days, they can help you pick the sex of your child before it's born. But can they really pretend to give a rat's tuchus what happens to her once she's here? You picked a girl, right? I know. They're smarter. Look at Suzanne Summers. The money she's made off that Buttmaster, she's no dummy. Bullshit gives you cancer, baby, but the truth will shoot you right back into remission. The truth is out there. You just got to pay attention or you might miss it. I guess what I'm saying is instead of trying to get somebody to cover the world with rawhide for you, maybe we could just put moccasins on our own feet. We got to take it easy, eh? Get back to basics. Slow down. Oh, geez. Oh, I got to run. I got a Sony PlayStation for Christmas, and I'm halfway through a game. Okay, Happy New Year, eh? And skidoo, careful.
The big trend in Hollywood during 1998 was tantric sex, in which the male participant delays his orgasm as long as possible. This differs from the usual type of sex where the woman delays her orgasm until after the man falls asleep.
Elephant and a boy and a girl monkey, not two girls. Never two girls, Rita. That's all wrong.
Well, I've never really done this kind of therapy before, you know. I've been to confession, of course. I guess it's similar to that, and I don't know. I guess it's New Year's Eve and all, and kind of reflecting on the past year and the years gone by and stuff, and being in the media and being a journalist and stuff, and thinking, you know, wow, you know, the media in this country really gave the liberals an easy ride of it, you know, the really, really easy ride. You know who I blame? Brian Mulroney, yeah. But then again, I'm a journalist, you know. I blame Mulroney for everything. I mean, that's essentially my job, you know. It's not my fault. It's not personal. It's just, you know, it's just like I didn't like the guy. You know, that's the problem. You know, he brought in the GST after that. I mean, he could have cured cancer. It didn't matter. And then the liberals came along, you know, and they just said, oh no, we're gonna do away with the GST. We're gonna do away with the free trade. They basically said they'd do away with anything that Brian Mulroney ever stood for. And we said, yeah, sure, go for it. You know, but you know what happened? They ended up stealing every idea he ever had. I mean, they kept the GST. They went with free trade. You know, the only idea that he had, that he wanted to do, that they stopped was buying those helicopters. And I think, you know, I think we've realized now in hindsight we should have bought the bloody helicopters, you know. So, you know, and then just when this was all starting to dawn on me, all of a sudden the Canadian government comes out and says, no, the guy is really bad. Look, he's been taking all this money, hiding over in Switzerland somewhere. And I'm thinking, finally, there's this shining moment where you go, yes, he will be proven right. Yes, he's a bad man, you know. And it must be true, because the Canadian government wouldn't say it wasn't true. It wouldn't say it was true if it wasn't true. They couldn't be that stupid. But then, yes, it turns out they're actually that stupid, you know. And it turns out he didn't do anything. But yet in the media, you know, we like tried and convicted the guy. We said really bad. I mean, I said really, really bad things, and other people said really bad things. I mean, it was in newspapers and in magazines, television, radio. I don't know if you ever follow that stuff or saw any of those things.
Yeah, I saw a little of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think this worked, you know, because, you know, I said all sorts of bad things, and I said you were guilty, and it turned out you were innocent, and, yeah, I feel pretty good now. Yeah.
Well, glad you do. Yeah. Glad you do.
Do you charge for this type of
service? Yes, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, regular fees, and in your case, GST real hard. Would you pay at the door on the way out, please? And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move you along. There are other people waiting. Stevie Cameron's next. So have a good year.
This New Year's Day on CBC, a timely tale for Canadian children.
Lazy, the welfare bear, lived on the dole without a care. Watched TV with his feet in the air, day after day after day. But then a man named Harris announced a big crackdown. The computer spat up Lazy's name, the inspectors came around. They must have found that Lazy was some kind of welfare cheat, 'cause they cut off that bear's welfare and threw him out on the street. And Lazy, the welfare bear, drank Lysol to dull his prayers, slept where he could in the cold winter air, and he's froze up solid now. So children, heed this bear story, 'cause in this global economy, you've gotta work, don't ever shirk, like Lazy, the welfare bear. Like Lazy, the frozen welfare bear.
CBC. This hour has 22 minutes returns.
They say your mouth is big enough for 3 lips.
With the best of special.
Drop in.
Monday, January 11th on CBC.